I'm Lisa Ohlen Harris. I'm the author of 2 memoirs, and I'll be presenting at the Terroir Writing Festival this spring. The title of my workshop is Writing About Family, Telling Tales and Keeping Secrets. And both of those components are really part of writing memoir. You both tell tales and you decide which tales not to tell. In my case, my second memoir is about the years that my mother-in-law lived with me and my family, and in her final months and years of decline, I became her primary caregiver. If any of you have ever been caregivers, you know this is not always a pretty, loving, generous picture. It can be pretty hard. And as I wrote these things down, my writing became therapy for me, and I was very honest and very sometimes irritated and resentful and very vulnerable. And I had to decide what parts of that honesty and what parts of those ugly pictures I was going to keep in the book and what parts I was going to publish. The book came out last fall, and since that time I have this recurring dream, not quite a nightmare, but that my mother-in-law didn't die after all before the book was born. In fact, in this last dream, just a couple of nights ago, she had gotten her own apartment, and she told me that really it was my caregiving that was keeping her frail. She didn't need the medications. After all, she didn't need a walker, she didn't need oxygen. And I was really happy to see that she was independent again and she was living on her own and was happy. But I have to say I was pretty worried about all these books that were out there in the world confessing my own feelings about the end of her life. So not everyone is writing about a main character who's going to die before the book is published. In this workshop, we're going to talk about how you decide what to write and what not to write. Or do you write it all and then decide about telling some and not? And this has ramifications in your relationships with the family and friends or even the strangers you write about. So I look forward to exploring that with many of you at the Terroir Writing Festival this year.